Being recorded.
Hi, I'm here with Kya Appah, who is an apprentice doing communications. Okay. Hi, I'm here with Kya Appah, who is an apprentice.
It's fine. This is one of those days. It's Monday.
Okay. It does happen. I just get out of my system and then for the rest of it's just this first bit I usually. Okay. Hi, I'm here with Kya Appah, who is doing an apprentice. Hi, I'm here with Kya Appah, who is doing an apprenticeship at the Department of Transport as a communications specialist. And I'll be asking her a series of questions about her job role in her industry. So, Kya, thank you for doing this. Of course, it's a pleasure to speak to you. The first question, which I always start off with, is how have you got to where you are today?
Yeah, so my journey was like pretty complicated one, at least for myself. So I actually went to sixth form for about 2 months, but realized I wasn't really enjoying it. And I kind of had like a midlife crisis. I didn't know what I want to do. I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted to see. And so I spoke to one of the career specialists, and they recommended an apprenticeship. So I had a look into it, and initially I actually did a level 3 business administration apprenticeship. That was a really good sort of just to like dip your toes in the cold water to sort of open up the field, explore more what you want to do. And through that, I also managed to get a internship at a PR agency, and I discovered that I really enjoyed PR and just communications in general. So I looked online, I looked on the government website, and I managed to secure an apprenticeship at level 4 in the Department for Transport.
Okay, nice. So, what made you pick the PR, the communication industry?
I really like just being able to sort of communicate a product. I think it's there's a lot of results that you can see. You can push yourself as far as you can. It's also a very creative field. You get to meet new people from like all across the world. You get to travel. I mean, a lot of my friends who work for the British Embassy or other communication, even private companies, they're traveling the world. Like they're spending 1 year in the country and then they're going to another country the next year. So it's a very creative field and there's a lot of opportunities there.
Okay, nice. So, what motivates you in your role to want to go into work every day?
The main thing, I guess, would be seeing the results, seeing like the public interact with work that I put out there, and also in my current role, it's also informing the public a lot. So I worked on highway code changes that were announced in January, and I've also worked on the aviation disruption. So just being able to communicate with the public, hopefully ease how they're feeling, because there's a lot of turmoil in the world right now. So just sort of like helping them get through that somehow.
Okay, that's very nice. So, what would you say as a communication specialist? What does a day in your role typically look like?
So the morning always starts with meetings. That's a lot of my time is spent in meetings, talking to stakeholders, and then sort of after we delegate out our tasks, we could be speaking to ministers, we could be going to events such like Farnborough to sort of see how it plays out, see if the government can do anything to improve the aviation sector, and just sort of like even drafting social media posts, press notices. It's really varied in the press office, which is why I work.
Okay, nice. So you've explained to me that you've gone through going to an apprenticeship, through, of course, to get to your role. So, of course, this is a starting role, one of your first roles. So, what would you say your career aspirations are?
I'd definitely like to stay in the civil service. I'm very lucky where I am, and we also have like a set route for people to be able to progress and like be promoted. So, like
Mhm.
I said, I'm very lucky. I would actually think I'd like to stay in the civil service even after the apprenticeship, and hopefully move up that ladder. And there's also a chance to explore new desks. So right now I'm on the aviation and maritime desk, but I've also been on the roads desk. You can also go on the tech desk, and you can also even move about departments. So it's a really range experience that I want from the civil service.
Okay, nice. So, very dynamic as well. So, always constant change.
Definitely.
Okay, nice. So, do you feel like you're making a change in your role every day?
I really do actually, because like I said, I'm interacting directly with the public and I'm giving them information that they need to even just do things legally. So I really feel like I am sort of making a change, or I am having like a direct effect on the public.
Okay, that's very nice. So, what would you say is your best bit of advice or like the best tip you can give to someone who's young, who's in a position where they've just left, finished their A levels, and are trying to go into the same sector as you? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I would definitely say to explore and ask a lot of questions. maybe not everything might lead to an apprenticeship or to a job, but even just getting that work experience, asking if you could shadow, ask if you could try different things from a company. Let's say if you're unsuccessful, be like, oh, is there a chance that I could come in for a day, just sort of shadow, see what I need to do. And even when you get the job, again, asking questions, can I do this? Because the apprenticeship is just about getting as much experience as possible so you know what you want to do and you find out what you want to enjoy. So yeah, just ask questions, explore, sorry, and enjoy really.
Yeah, definitely, I agree with that. So, would you say your role is as you expected it to be as you first started, or you caught a little bit by surprise from the three difference?
Um, Yeah, so I was actually caught a little bit by surprise going into the government. I thought everything would be like very strict and stern and set in their ways, but it is actually quite creative as well. And I was also surprised about the range of what I do in my job. So I never thought that at 20 I'd be like dealing with journalists and meeting ministers on a day-to-day basis, but here I am.
Here you are. Nice. Okay. So, what are the biggest challenges that you had to overcome at your workplace, if there were any?
The biggest challenges would probably be just sort of dealing with public opinion of us. It does get quite critical sometimes. Also, there's a lot of confusion for the Department of Transport because they think we're directly linked to the TfL, which we aren't. So I guess just sort of confusion, like, but it's very easy to clear up any misinformation.
Yeah. Okay, then that's nice. Perfect. So that's rounded up our interview with that final question. Thank you, Kaya, for doing, of course, very eloquent way and just explaining what a communication specialist does in their profession. So it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you again for doing this, and I hope to see you very soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.